Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today on What's on Your Plate. I'm Maureen Hill. I'm the chairperson for Visit Rochester's Membership Engagement Committee, and I am so proud to have you with us here today. We are going to be sharing some great pivot stories and getting a chance to meet some of our members as well as meet some new potential members as they share their own pivot stories, what's going on in their businesses today. This is our opportunity to share some of the challenges we're facing, any success stories we might have, and also any opportunities that we have going on in our businesses so that we can get to know each other and also socialize a little bit too. So thank you for being here with us. At this point, your mic should be muted. So if you have anything that you need to say, please use your chat box so that we can help you out. Let's see, I want to introduce now our two outstanding spotlights for today. Two wonderful people that have been working so closely with keeping Rochester going. I want to thank Wendy Roche for being here to share her pivot story with us. She is the marketing director of Eastview Mall. And we also have Glenna Colaprete-Hudson. She's the owner and CEO of CBD Best Oil. She does have laryngitis today, though, just to let you guys know. So speaking on her behalf is her husband, Pat Hudson, with us. Two bonus spotlights we have here, two special people with us. Rebecca LeClaire, she is the board member of the Pirate Toy Fund, and also Otto Harnischfeger, who is the new executive director taking over for Gary, and they together are going to give us a Pirate Toy Fund update at the end. So yes, there's going to be time definitely for questions you all have, and also for anyone here on the call to give us their own update. So stick around, hear what's new on their plate, and then please share what's on yours. So let's welcome Wendy, Glenna, Pat, Rebecca, and Otto. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Speakers should unmute, please. We want to hear what's going on with you.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. All right. Let's see. My first question, actually, that the committee was curious to know, wanted to ask Wendy over at Eastview Mall, and of course, speak for the other malls too, if you can. This has to do essentially about with the COVID pandemic. Of course, online shopping was surely a competitor for you before even the whole pandemic started. But now that we're able to shop in person again, how is the mall experience now giving us something more that online shopping can't give us?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I think now that people have been inside for so long, they want to get out. And it's different coming to the mall. I will say traffic is down slightly, but the customer that's coming is spending, which is great. It's a little bit challenging for us right now because, we can't have soft seating. We're allowed to have some seating in the food court, and this goes for all the malls. Here's some pictures of, when we shut down back in, the person was like, I can't imagine we're going to be closed for a week, let alone 2 weeks. And it was months. It was crazy. But we've done a really good job as far as, the people who come, they're wearing their masks. They know that things are different, but I think they're just so glad to be able to get out and have a little bit of normalcy. And to be able to have these like real life experiences and not to be stuck behind their computer, because everything is behind the computer now. It's nice to be able to get out, touch, buy, feel, especially heading into the holiday season. The cool thing is right now, a lot of our retailers, their inventory is amazing, and holiday sales have already started. So you don't have to wait till Black Friday to get the great deals, which is really nice. It used to be the one day sale. That's not what's happening this year. The retailers are being really responsible and be like, listen, this is the sale for the week. So when you want to come out, if it's the weekend or if it's on a Monday or Tuesday, you can go home with what you're looking for today. I actually I don't do a lot of online shopping, obviously by the nature of my job. But I will say, like, I ordered something and it sat in a post office for 2 weeks, and it was a pair of like boots from a store from here, and it just sat there. And I'm like, I wanted them. So the idea that you can come in, get what you want, and then go home, The instant gratification, I think, is going to be important to a lot of people. They don't want to wait to see if their stuff gets shipped on time or whatever. So
That's a great point.
yeah,
That's right. I love what you said about touching it, feeling it, taking it home.
yeah,
Those are absolutely unique experiences
yeah,
that
yeah.
we can enjoy today. Plus, it sounds like sales already started. Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
I mean, it was one of those things where I started hearing holiday commercials like right around Halloween, which usually makes people a little bit twitchy and they don't love it. But I think this year we're all decorated for the holidays. We're ready to go, and I think people are ready for that. They want the feel good, the warmth of the holidays, to have that good feeling. It's been a rough year. And people, I think, are just appreciative of the fact that, they can get out, that they can do some shopping, they can bring their kids, and it's safe. We've increased cleaning, all of this kind of stuff. Things are being wiped down. People are doing a great job with wearing their masks. They're understanding that you may actually have to wait in line for a little bit to get into a store, but they're just thankful to be able to have a store to go into because for so long they couldn't. So, I think that's really, it's good. So you can start holiday shop. You could be done with holiday shopping by Thanksgiving if you wanted.
Super cool. As someone that's been to the mall recently and for the first time saw lines outside of a store, my initial reaction was, "Oh my gosh, what is this? How long is it going to take?" Uh, I couldn't believe how quickly it was to move.
Yeah.
As someone was responsible for the head count inside the store, people were coming out, everyone was going in. It never took that long, and I actually was thrilled with the responsibility of that of the and that experience. And it made me feel much safer.
Our store managers are doing a great job. The employees are doing a great job. The 50% occupancy that includes customers and employees. So, the message is to be patient too because they can't have as many employees in the store. So, but I think people understand that and they realize it's just a different time and appreciate the retail workers who are out there, who've been there, not just in the mall, but in Wegmans or Target or anywhere else that have to sort of keep going with their job and kind of change on the fly. It's a lot. It's a lot of change. It's a lot of stuff that nobody ever thought a year ago. You'll have to be enforcing people sanitizing, staying away from each other, wearing masks. It's crazy, but they're doing a really good job, and we appreciate it.
So glad to hear it. What about the social experience though? Eating with friends, meeting, meeting friends, coworkers,
Yeah.
family. What
Um,
is there anything like that happening right now?
there is because I think in general our customers they adapt well. You can go, there's less seating in the food court, but you can still go sit down in the food court, take off your mask, and have lunch, or you can go into one of the restaurants and sit down. And I know like everything kind of changed again yesterday with the time that restaurants can be open till it doesn't impact ours as much as other places. But things continue to change. But I think that like I said, people have adapted so well that, I think they're just happy to be able to come out and do it. And, you look at the teen population or the college population, they're here with their friends, but they're wearing their masks and they're being very, appropriate and respectful. It is a mandate. We strictly enforce it. We can't be every, the sheriff's department's here all hours that we're open. And if there's any issues, they go and address it. It's not anything that we take lightly. And I think people, will continue to have their social experience because there's really, where else are you going? I guess, like if you
Right.
see your friends and do some shopping, which is a totally normal thing to do, you can still come. You just have to just go with the flow and abide by the new rules for now.
You sure do.
That front,
And
you see the green over the
make sure
blue,
you're
late Monday,
muted,
Monday
friends.
into Tuesday. That could be some snow showers in the forecast.
Elena, if you might be able to find the person that's muted or not muted. Thank you. um, so absolutely in the rules at the mall, Wendy, and loving it too. It's so good to be back into those spaces.
It is.
Pat's there. He knows. You're at the mall every day, aren't you, Pat? Okay, as one of the storefronts there at Eastview Mall, as well as an online presence, as well as a spa and storefronts outside of the mall. You're absolutely killing it. Um, what kind of, because you have so many different venue types, I would imagine there's a variety of COVID guidelines that you have to comply with, a lot of different COVID guidelines based on this space. So what do you have to do? What are some of the guidelines that you have to comply with to keep all those different businesses going?
Well, we've been just enforcing masks, for customers, which is usually never even an issue. Like Wendy had said, everybody's real compliant and never had to, really enforce that too much. But we sanitize hourly in our store, especially places that have been touched a lot, or we keep customers from touching each bottle. We're very very strict on what's being touched, and we keep an eye on it real closely. And if somebody does touch it, we sanitize and clean it, and basically quarantine whatever whatever it may have been touched. We make sure that our employees are always wearing masks. I'm always quick prepared, ready to go.
A look of the year.
Yeah, no kidding. We just try and stay within the guidelines of the EPA. I actually have some EPA approved products that we actually sanitize the store with. That has worked real well, and it's nicer keeping things cleaner.
And absolutely. Anything different between the spa space, let's say, and the retail space that you have to do?
Well, yeah, the spa space is going to be different, especially if if it turns red, we're not going to be able to give massages and, open the spa. We'll have to because we are a essential, we're able to keep the one store open. Hopefully the mall doesn't close at all, but, if we really want to be here in the mall. We love it here.
Speaking of the mall, Wendy, there's some exciting things that are happening over there. We see from even the outside. First of all, Lord and Taylor closing, right? But then, we're seeing this Ultimate Dick's store that's opening up soon. We can't wait for it. Can you tell us what you can? Okay, what can we expect? Is there going to be a new anchor store and that unique sporting experience? Yeah. Give us an inside scoop.
Well, we're excited, about the Dick's Sporting Goods store. They will be opening in March, is my understanding. A little bit delayed, obviously, because of the pandemic and everything. But I had a chance, to walk through the store a couple times. It's gorgeous. And I think, it's my understanding that this is more of like their flagship store that, it's going to be very experiential as far as, it's not just a place, it's not just a Dick's Sporting Goods store to go buy things. It's a huge focus on community and, bringing people in. I've heard, different rumblings about celebrity appearances, different things they're going to do. So I don't have a ton of information on what that's going to be, but they're hiring now, a lot of positions that sound amazing. Guys know of anyone who's looking for a job, that's on their website. But it's one of those things where it's anchoring the mall. It's taking the old Sears store, but it will look nothing like it's gorgeous. It's huge. We're thrilled to have them move over here. From, like I said, they have that. It's more of a community gathering place. Is what they're talking about, community partnerships. So I think we're so fortunate to have them over here. I can't wait for them to open. We just have to be a little bit patient.
What is the expected open time?
I think early March is my understanding. In talking with their management team over there. So fingers crossed that everything, stays sort of status quo right now, and that's the goal.
Sounds good. Yeah. Any other solid
scoop
that you can give us that are okay to share?
Yeah, we did announce this week, very exciting, H&M is returning to the mall, so people were very excited. So what's happening is we're getting a brand new Forever 21 store, and we are getting a brand new H&M. They left the mall in 2013, but they constantly reevaluate their market and, you know, where they want to be. So we're really excited. It's going to be a really big draw. It's carrying like the teen tween, but it also is going to carry a kids line from ages 0 to 10. So it's going to be really nice to have them back. Ever since they left, it's been one of the most requested stores. So we're happy to be able to bring that back.
Very cool.
There's other exciting stuff that hopefully I can be announcing in the next couple of weeks that have some local connections and local flair. I just can't quite share them yet, but we're going to be announcing that. So, you know, it's been a rough year, but we're looking to finish, you know, 2020 strong in the holiday season and have a really good 2021 lined up. You know, so we're very excited. We're optimistic, and that goes for all the malls. You know, we're optimistic that the end of this year is going to be strong for us.
Sounds good. Well, I can't wait. Can't wait for some new shopping. And H&M, wow, that is a big one to come back. Excited for that. Okay, so Pat, you and Glenna have been in the CBD business for a really long time. I don't know how much the community knows about your experience and also about your products. So I'd love it if you could give us some education and some background about you and your experience and also about what you're selling there.
Well, Glenn and I started this about 6 years ago in Colorado. I'm from Colorado.
Okay.
And we started doing this, I'd say about 6 years ago, where we started learning about CBD and developing products. And all of this, all of our product, not all of our product is from Colorado, but most of it's from Colorado. It's formulated and of course in Colorado, and you know, shipped here, I guess. Now, we do have a couple hemp fields here in New York as well. We had one in Lima last year. We're in Penfield this year. We are developing product that will be locally grown and formulated for us here in New York. We've also got some gummies coming out, low sugar gummies. And let's see, we've got some new flavors that we're going to be coming out. Hopefully that'll be geared towards the holidays season here coming up, but we have some new flavors coming up soon. You know.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the age groups. Who do you see coming into the store?
All ages.
Really?
It's really neat because you see a lot of kids coming in wanting to use CBD for anxiety. And then we have a lot of, you know, older people that have aches and pains and, you know, like we all do as we get older, that come in and they're just, all of these people are finding relief, not just for pain, but for anxiety. They're getting better REM sleep now. You know, people are taking CBD for sleep. Actually, studies are showing are getting 10% better REM. But because people can measure their sleep with their little Fitbits and stuff, we're actually hearing about 20%.
That's awesome.
So it's really neat being here in the mall because I have so many people, we have free samples here too. So we have people come in and we'll give them a sample, just have them rub some salve on their, you know, on their shoulder, or their back or whatever. And then I usually just send them on their way and tell them if they find some relief, come back. Well, usually before they hit the door, people are finding relief. And they'll almost turn right around before they hit the door and come back and either buy the product or find out what is this product. They've never seen anything. I wish we had a hidden camera in here that would just video people and their reaction when they put it on their feet or on their, you know, I've had a lot of people say they haven't walked like that for years, or they haven't been able to move their hands like that for years. So it's really neat to be able to help people and to educate people. It's not just a quick sell when people come in here. It usually is a 5 or 10 minute, you know, when I'm talking to people, we're finding out what their ailments are, what's happening with them, because we like to find out what's going on before we make a recommendation as well. But once that happens and people, I mean, I would guess 99% of people who take CBD, we're seeing a reaction from almost immediately in the store. And it's neat. It's neat helping people. We love helping people and relieving them of their pain and helping them with anxiety and helping them get better REM sleep.
It's impressive. Is there an age limit or a minimum you have to be, or is everything okay to buy regardless of 18?
Everything is fine to buy as long as you're 18.
Okay. You have to be 18 then.
As far as I know.
All right. No, good to know. I can't wait to come in and see the shop. Very exciting. Well, before we get to open it up to attendees who I'm sure have questions for both of you guys, I want to give a couple of minutes to a very special spotlight, not just for me, but for all of the Visit Rochester community. Once a year, Visit Rochester adopts a local nonprofit or a local organization that we want to do something special for around this time of year. And so this year, Visit Rochester chose to support the Pirate Toy Fund and do not just some donating, but actual entrepreneurship in a sense. So I really want to give Rebecca and Otto a chance to share their story and how we can get involved. So can I say hello, please? Rebecca and Otto, are you there?
I am.
I've unmuted.
Okay, that's it. That's half the work I've seen around here. Okay, so I'll get to remind you guys, Rebecca, you are a board member, right? How long have you been on the board?
Since the beginning. And
okay.
So we are just ending our 25th year. If you recall, our organization was started by Gary the Happy Pirate because he used to go and perform at Strong Hospital and got to know the kids and connected with this one particular young little girl. Her name was Christy Simonetti. And she was getting lots of toys from her family. And she told Gary, there's kids here that don't get toys. Every kid in a hospital should get a toy. And boing, the light went off in Gary's head, and he started this organization, and it's grown from Strong Hospital then to all the hospitals, and now we serve more than 75 program partners that apply to be connected to us. We provide them with the donated toys, and they disperse them through the community, and it's just been a wonderful marriage. And we honor Gary the Happy Pirate. He retired in May, and we are so blessed to have Otto Harnischweger, who was our president of the board at the time, and he has carried on this mission with gusto because he had to do it in COVID. So go ahead, Otto.
Awesome. Otto, how is it being the executive director of this amazing initiative?
It is. I love it. I mean, it's a dream job in my eyes because you get to help children all year round. And a lot of people don't realize that we're all year round. They think we're just at Christmas time. But everybody knows the power of a toy. When I first started working with the Pirate Toy Fund, I did Santa Claus, as Angela can attest to, but I used to do it at Strong Hospital. And you can have the sickest kid in their room, but you walk in and give them a toy, for a moment, you take their pain away. That toy is so powerful, people don't realize what it can do. And for us to continue doing this, and I was told that when they first started this 25 years ago, the first year, they gave out like 300 toys. Last year, we gave out over 34,000 toys to these agencies. So it goes to show you what we do. And we do it because of all our board members are volunteers. They have heart. That's why they're here. Our volunteers that come in and help us through the year in the warehouse and our toy sort, things of that nature. But it's a trying time, as you know. We're losing a lot of product coming in due to COVID. And there's nobody to blame but COVID. You know, everybody's trying to protect their families, their businesses, and their employees. So we can't argue that, but we're looking outside the box. So we came up with some new ideas, hopefully, to help us do that.
Sounds great. We can't wait to get involved. Now, the mall is involved here, right, Wendy? Wendy, if you're muted, yes. Tell us how the mall is getting involved with the Pirate Toy Fund. Sorry.
We all year round we collect toys over by Carousel. There's like you see the little picture with the big box behind Rebecca. We have one of those year round at the carousel, so people can donate toys, not just during the holiday season, but all year. So we've been doing that for as long as I can remember, since as long as I've been here. And then one day during the holiday season, you guys broadcast live from the mall, and people can bring toys, and we're still doing that this year. There's not many events. Actually, I think this is the only event we're able to host this year. But it's one of those things. It's important that we continue to do that, and COVID's not going to take that away. And the community is so generous. They bring. I mean, I don't know how many times I've called Gary over the years to be like, the box is full again. The box is full again. We have a conference room that's overloaded with toys all the time. Otto, I don't know if you came or who came to pick those.
I did last year. I came with my pickup truck because we couldn't fit in the van.
I know, like last week, it was like, probably in the last 2 weeks, we just had a ton of toys and now they're gone. So someone picked them up. So it was good. But I will tell you, our guards clean out the box regularly and, fill up, the conference room. And it's so nice to see the generosity from the community, because they get really great toys. I go look and I'm like, that would be a great toy to go buy my son. I sometimes just get some ideas. I don't know where they all come from, but it's wonderful. And we're really happy to keep doing it. Especially,
and Maureen, real quick, she's being a little modest. You don't know what they do for us. Now that she said all year round, they do the Carousel Derby for us. We host that in conjunction with the Kentucky Derby, where it's a fundraiser for us. They let us do that there. They set up all the tables and stuff we need to do the toy giveaway. They are phenomenal. We couldn't do it without the malls. And I'm telling you, Wendy's playing a little shy there right now, but they're phenomenal. So I got to tell them, with all you people on, thank you, because they do a great job for us to do our job. So,
well, thank you. I mean, it's easy. It's a well-oiled machine at this point, and those are the events that I like, where it's not a lot of work for me. So you guys come in and take care of it, and we're happy to do it, and we'll keep doing it. So
we're grateful.
Yeah, thank you.
Maureen, can I tell a funny story?
Of course.
Last year, because like Wendy said, we've been in the malls for a long time, and we are so grateful. We start the annual toy drive this year. It's going to be November 30th through December 5th. So we start at Eastview because it's one of our best locations. We get so many toys from there. So we kick it off, and we're going to kick it off on November 30th. But last year, what happened is apparently, so we were all there collecting toys, and this guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, I think somebody was stealing toys out of your toy box." And we're like, "What?" And sure enough, the mall helped us. We looked at the footage, there's cameras around, and sure enough, somebody was stealing toys out of the big toy box that people had donated to. And what happened is, because this is such a community effort, we kind of, people heard about that. It was in the media. Channel 13 is one of our sponsors as well. They're our media partner, talked about the story. And because people have such great hearts here in Rochester, when they heard that, they gave even more. Like people were coming up with 2 bags of toys because they said, "Well, I usually only give 1 bag of toys, but this year 2, because I heard somebody was stealing from you guys." And they actually tracked down the people, and they were in Canada.
Wow.
And they tracked them down. The Mounties grabbed them when they bought their rental car back, and they sent us a check for $250 for the toys they took. They thought they were free, but
they thought they were free.
Oh.
If it wasn't for the mall and the Ontario County Sheriff's Department, they did a phenomenal job tracking these people down. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those, they say, there's no such thing as bad PR. And I guess we were a little, disappointed to see that happening. And it just it had never happened to me. I mean, once in a while, some kid might think, but to have it be like a family effort where they were like putting all the toys that we were giving toys away. I'm like, we're nice, but we're not that nice. It was just very odd, but I'm glad that family stepped up and did the right thing, because there's just no jurisdiction once they go into Canada. They did the right thing. I'll just say that it was hopefully a very honest mistake, and that it doesn't happen again. But
I hope so too.
Benefited the Pirate Toy Fund, I guess.
So do the toys go just to the hospitals, or does it spread beyond that into the community?
It goes beyond that. We got a program called Toys on Patrol, where we put toys in police cars. So if an officer has to go to a house on a domestic, or mom and dad might have to go to jail, or just a bad situation, an officer give a child a toy. And it's twofold. It helps build, make the child feel like it's not the end of the world. but also maybe that child might not do anything bad against an officer later. We put them in the Monroe County Jail. So if a child has to go visit a loved one, it breaks down the barriers for that child, so it's easier for them to go through that process. We've done a lot of programs with the Red Cross. We hook up with the fire department. We're trying to do more in the community. We do a lot of outreaches. But there's almost 75 different agencies we deal with throughout the year. And again, they have to apply. And then we have a program partner committee that does the screening, because we got to make sure we have enough product. A lot of these programs are growing, but a lot of times our donations aren't growing. We try, but they're not going as fast as some of these other places are growing. Galasanos is growing, the Children's Hospital. The Rochester General just expanded. So a lot of those people need more toys, but again, our donations aren't as great.
Well, we've got some help on the way, and I think that you know about this. Visit Rochester, very excited to not only collect toys, you know, as individuals and physically bring toys to the mall is, of course, a great place for anyone on the call who wants to just bring a toy. It's a new toy, right? You're looking for
new unwrapped toys.
Okay, perfect. Over there to the mall, but virtual is the way of things right now. So to think outside the box and to pivot, as we're going to hopefully stop using that word as soon as possible. But here is what Visit Rochester has set up to let you guys know. This is about to be announced, and I'm so excited to bring it up to you. There's now a special link that if you wanted to donate a toy, you can do so virtually through a site that Visit Rochester has created in partnership with the Pirate Toy Fund. And here's the link right here. Elena or Greg, if one of you guys are available to post this in the chat, that will be a great place for anyone who's on the call now to click on it and save that link. What you can do here is choose a toy virtually to give to the Pirate Toy Fund that they can distribute to our local youth. $10, $15, $20, $25. I don't know. There's a variety of different amounts. I think you can even choose one if you wanted to give a specific amount. And then there's a second way. This is really exciting. If you yourself want to create a Pirate Toy Fund donation store, it can be your business as a representative, or it could just be you as an individual. You can create your own donation store. This is so neat. I mean, you put your own name on it, or if you want to put your business name on it and ask your employees, your family, your friends, your neighbors to participate in your specific store. We now have the technology to create a custom store just for you that will have the same type of buttons on it, where people can click and donate whatever they feel is comfortable with, but they're literally choosing one of the toys you might see there on the site, and know that that's going to get to a child in need. Did I miss anything there, Otto or Rebecca, about this new initiative?
That's great. Well, and you know, you're looking at the screen right now, that family right there, they chose to donate to the Pirate Toy Fund last Christmas. Like, they didn't want to do, you know, presents. So they brought toys to the Toy Fund. And it was with that kind of thing in mind that we said, well, other families might want to do that. And especially because, you know, people might not be traveling this year to each other, but you can stay connected virtually and say, look, our family, our greater family contributed this much money to buy toys for the Pirate Toy Fund. And but we also know that businesses sometimes used to do that for their holiday parties. You know, they'd say, bring a toy to the holiday party. Well, we're fearful that it's not going to happen this year, but they could do a virtual toy store. And just like Visit Rochester for our December meeting, I believe, you know, this will be highlighted. And then hopefully, if they feel so compelled, all the Visit Rochester members will go on the virtual ptftoystore.com website and donate.
I love it.
We're very excited about it. We even have a neighborhood in Gates, Rawway, that lights up their lights, the whole neighborhood that goes on TV. They're doing a toy drive for us, and they're going to do the QR code. So it's a whole neighborhood getting involved. So anybody can do this. So we're excited that hopefully this might be the way to, especially during COVID, still make our quota.
Otto, are you in Gates?
No, I moved out. I used to live in Gates. I moved out to Victor now. I'm right around the corner from Eastview Mall, which I love it. Do my shopping and stuff, but I was raised out there, so I know exactly where this place is. And there's a gentleman who, Pat Wonke, who he owns his own carpet business. He donated his services for the toy fund. He's heading that up for the neighborhood. So he's a great guy. So we're excited about that too. So we're hoping this year, looking outside the box might help us.
Yeah, I'm a Gates girl myself. I know that neighborhood. I think it's Hazelbark, something like that. If you guys haven't gone to check it out, what a great drive. They sell hot chocolate out there. They've got gorgeous lights. The houses are off the hook.
They are.
Nice.
I just don't know how much they're going to be able to do due to COVID, but they're decorating. They started last month decorating. So, but we'll take anything we can get at this point because we're worried about next year with the loss of the deficit that we're facing. So whatever we can do, and you guys doing this is awesome. And I can't thank you enough.
It's nice to hear that the neighborhoods are getting involved. Visit Rochester and any organization as part of Visit Rochester, or just someone who's interested in participating as an individual or not. Let's get these sites going and let's collect some toys, make up for the fact that we couldn't do as much as we could physically this year. Let's do it virtually, right?
Exactly.
I love it. Okay. I will think that it's time for anyone in the audience who's ready to ask a question, a burning question. Unmute yourselves. This is the social part of our call. Let's see, right before we get to it, I just want to give a quick little note here. If anybody on the call, member or non-member alike, needs direction, either from Visit Rochester about membership or about this type of activity, initiative, like what's on your plate, please reach out. Greg and Elena are fantastic in getting you the information you need. And then I myself am always available too. My email and telephone number are there. And then one more time, there's those links if you want them. Elena, are they up? If you could unmute yourself, or you're nodding. Okay, perfect. They're up in the chat. So if you would like to donate individually, perfect. If you want to create your own site, you can go to that link as well. You'll probably hear from one of the ambassadors that's helping drive that, including myself. So anyway, okay, that's it.